Hey, Susan. All I'm going to do is walk you really through the most important key feature of the system. Okay, really what people need to focus on right now. There's a lot of features that you don't need to worry about when you're first getting started. Not so you're not distracted by everything. So the most important thing when you open up the app, you'll be on this page, is go to the daily workflow. This is your number one thing to do. If you do nothing else with the app, that's where you're going to go every single day. Okay. And the daily workflow is going to give you 10 steps, which we'll cover here in a second. It looks just like this, and you click on them, and each time you complete a step, you're going to earn a coin. It'll go ching. And the 10 steps, in no particular order do you do them. It's create a reel, engage with your network, post in stories, entertain post, share content into groups, reach out to someone on the team, call to action post, educate post, motivate post, and lifestyle post. The call to action post are really when you're supposed to call to action for something for your business. Now you can still be posting at 9 and 3 if you want from your SOG. You can make that your call to action post. It's up, everybody's doing it a little bit differently, but whichever way your team and you guys want to do it, really, this, when you hit them, I want you to understand why you're doing this. There's two things. So this system was designed to be gamified for one. Now, what does that mean? It really means that you get so worried about did you get all your coins for the day because it's tracking you and it's telling you. It's kind of like when you're following your steps on your Apple Watch and you're saying, "Oh no, I haven't hit 10,000 steps," and that's your goal for the day. So you suddenly get up and say, "I need to hit 2,000 more steps today." So it kind of keeps you in line of doing that. Whereas if it's just on a piece of paper, yes, you can write this down, but this actually has some built-in features that help you. It also adjusts to the current algorithms of Facebook, and it will be updated regularly if there's any changes to the algorithms of Facebook. So that's something that you can't get from a piece of paper. But with that, as I said, you're going to earn coins for every time you complete a task. So therefore, you will earn a prize every, I think it's every 180 coins, 18 days, 18 to 21 days, you're earning a coin, or you're earning a spin at the wheel. And when you spin the wheel, you will get t-shirts, hats, free product, things like that. It could even be a gift card. So it's a variety of things that you'll earn. And think about it more so for the people on your team. They get in, they get used to doing it. It's really walking them through the things to do. And those 10 steps, Susan, in the morning, if you, once you go through them a couple days, you really know what you're doing. Some people are doing them all on Sunday and scheduling them out for the whole week. They might throw something extra in there because they know they're going to be live one day, or they know they're going to be at an event. So they might not schedule all of them, but they may schedule a handful of them out in advance, just like you do with the SOG. And what this app does besides that, so part of it with the gamification is that it's just been psychologically noted that when something is gamified, people tend to stick with it longer. It's like if you've ever played Candy Crush and you just can't quit. You think one more game, one more game. Now, I don't play games myself on my phone, but I know a lot of people do. So it really gets that little bit of, oh, I got to go get my coins for today. I need to go get my coins for today. And so it's creating activity that sometimes people put off more easily, and it's creating the right activity to bring followers. So people say really quickly, but I don't know what to post when they see that list of 10 things to do. Well, the app has a portion in it that is going to help you figure that out. So it's really going to walk you through a series of videos and give you the first day you get into it, you can do that. If you want to skip that part, Susan, I'll let you guide your team to what you want them to do on that. But it helps you figure out your interest. Now, what I will tell you, the most important part is that you have to be authentic. It has to truly be authentic. So don't overthink it, and don't sit there and think, what would people find funny? what uh, would people like me if they thought I did XYZ, but you've never really been, that's not you by nature. So really be who you are. And there is a training inside the app, inside the training section, which I'll show you in a second, that has, it walks you through how to figure out your big idea and what that means exactly. And then it'll say, go through these 12 spokes. That gets a lot of people bogged down and caught up. Don't overthink that. Just hit the few that you can come up with real quick. If you don't hit all 12, it's fine. What you're trying to do is break it down to your 4 key interests. And so your big idea might be you're a health nut mom who turns chaos into fun family adventures. And that could be a whole series of things. So it's going to ask you, what are your hobbies? What are your passions? What are your interests? And you're coming up with these 4 kind of key areas that you want to focus on. It could be totally different than these 4. So don't just copy and say, these are my 4 spots of interest, but these are the common ones that they trained us on that a lot of people use. So your hobbies are travel, healthy cooking, pickleball. These aren't mine, these are just an example. Your passions are your kids, your faith, your dogs, your animals, whatever animals you have. Your interest are maybe crafts or gardening, or in this case, bargain shopping, investing in different things. It could be Bitcoin. It could be any number of things. And then maybe try to find some PartnerCo type connections that would be in there. Maybe these fall into your interest, but look for something that might be related to items within PartnerCo that you would make sense then when you're sharing the PartnerCo stuff. So prescription alternatives, finances, social media. So maybe one day you're posting something about, did you know that, by drinking this every day or these 2 ingredients every day, maybe it's apple cider vinegar. So not a PartnerCo product, but maybe you're giving an educational post about, did you know that apple cider vinegar has the same property as, you're just giving an education post about something that's just, in that realm. But then when you post about the skinny drops or you post about a different product that PartnerCo has, it seems normal. It doesn't seem like, oh, that's all there is just PartnerCo stuff everywhere. It's just more thrown in as part of your big idea, your big picture of who you are, your big idea of who you are. And then finances. So maybe you're talking about, you're a mom, in this case, you're a health mom of maybe you have 3 kids, 4 kids, and you're talking about trying to budget for things. And you say, good thing is I have a side hustle that allows me to go, guess what we just did? We just booked a trip to Disney World, right? With my side hustle money. So that gives something else that ties to PartnerCo. But now you're going back on your hobbies and your passions, because guess what you're doing for the next 3 months while you're planning this trip out to Disney World? You have content every few days about the trip. Oh my gosh, I have to make sure how do you guys pack for your kids? Do you roll your stuff in the suitcase? Do you fold it up neatly? Those kind of fun little videos and things that have nothing to do with PartnerCo, but then you tie it back that, thank goodness I now fit in this bikini. I'm going to the beach, thanks to my skinny drop. So you keep tying things between these areas of interest. And this just keeps you on track because there is an app within the app. So if you don't know what to create, I'm going to show you a couple things. Under training, all of the trainings are not in ours yet. That's what we're working on over the next 10 days. But creating content for authority is there. There's 6 videos in there. And as you walk through these videos, they're just little tiny videos. They're 3 minutes or, anywhere from a minute to 3 or 4 minutes long. And they're telling you why and how to do something or the way to think about something. But then you can go a step further. That's just kind of helping your mindset be right on what you're looking for creating content. And then this is just an image of one of the videos that's in there. And we're not going to play it right now, Susan, but you can go in and play all the videos. They're just short and tell you what you're going to do. But inside of this coach in your pocket, so you go back out of creating content for authority under training, and you go back to the coach in your pocket if you want to. and you come down to this button here, creating content to build authority. It's actually the AI that is built into that has already been programmed and knows the key things that you need to have in your post that are going to help create engagement. So this is where it gets a step above if you just have this written down on a piece of paper and you're just going to, I'm just going to do these every day. That will still help. I'm not going to say that won't work at all. It will, but this AI is going to help you tweak and not forget to leave out a key ingredient, if that makes sense. And so it's going to ask you, and Susan, I don't know if you've done it yet, but it'll ask you things like, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? And it's going to help build those authority type post. And the more it gets to know you, so the more you, let's say you want to write a post about, maybe it's gardening or it's something that was one of your hobbies or your interest, and you put it in there. Now the AI knows that that's one of your interests. And then later when you go to say, I need to come up with a post for education, it's going to go back through who you are and say, well, why don't you educate them on finances? Why don't you pull out something from, Warren Buffett or somebody, some stat for today, and it will help you write that. So that's what the app in general for both the Echo Hub and this app, they're identical through these parts. Everything is completely the same, but those are the parts that you need to just be building on. It's the whole focus of what you should do. If you do nothing else, do the daily workflow. And if there's anything else you do, it's utilize the coach in your pocket to help you tweak your content. So let's say you write a post and you're getting ready to post it, copy and paste it into this app and say, I've written
Okay.
this. How can you make this particular post get more engagement? And that app will change it for the better, for more engagement.
Okay, beautiful. I have not done that part, so I will
Okay.
start doing that. Okay,
So,
great.
so that is the key points. So here I'm just showing you a little bit. You click on creating content to build authority, and this is just what the app looks like. So when it says get started, it'll take a minute when you hit get started for the first time. So there's nothing been built here. When you do that, the app is going to start asking you questions. And you're just going to authentically, remember that, authentically answer those questions, and it'll start building and building and building and get you what you need. So that's how you get started on that. And then the only other thing I want to say, those are the only things you need to worry about. So when you start seeing content and all the other things in training, just ignore them right now. It doesn't really matter. They will be a good place for onboarding and content. This is where it could be Team Unstoppable or your trainings, things that, well, your trainings would be in here. So Team Unstoppable could have their own trainings in there. And this would be where your boards would be. So they go in just like boards. It has a keyboard, you enable it and click copy. It's just getting them organized into the way the manner that you want them. But we can have 100 different files in here that all have different keyboards in them. So there's options. Just don't worry about that right now. That's what will be built out over the next 10 days, and as well as the training modules. So really that's it. It's just keep it simple. The more you overthink it, the more you bog yourself down. It shouldn't take more than maybe a couple hours the first time you're getting in there and just trying to set up your big idea and going through trying to figure out who you really are. And maybe, Susan, I know you've used Chat GTP for that. Putting into any kind of AI will help you figure out who you are, as long as you don't, if you put junk in, you get junk out. Make sure you put your authentic self in there. But really, that's what the app is meant to do, is just to help you stay on track. So remember, just utilize it as the daily task to get done. And just as though you were checking boxes on a piece of paper and saying, did I do it? Did I do it? Like getting a checklist done. If you get these coins, 10 coins a day, it's going to increase your engagement. We're seeing incredible engagement increase, and we've actually only launched ours, recently. So the people who are following it exact are really making changes. And these are some of these people, they didn't have any following or any success on Facebook before that. So the people who already have success will just get more engagement and more success because Facebook's going to notice and they're going to see that different people are liking your content. The more authentic that content is, the more people will like it.
Okay, beautiful. And yeah, I did listen to Summer Simons, I believe, and she said that it took her about 6 months of studying these algorithms within Facebook and really paying attention to the dashboard. It took her 6 months to get 100,000 views consistently. With this app, it took her 6 days to get 50,000 more views. So that's
Right.
incredible. So that's kind of the power
Yes.
behind what you guys are seeing here.
And in the original developers, they've had many, many people hit 10,000 followers within 90 days.
Wonderful. And so this has
Yeah.
already been proven. This isn't like you're just
Definitely proven. We looked at
wonderful.
it, Brent looked at it, corporate looked at it, and we looked at the stats and the data on it. It's the real data on it, the raw data from the company from the day they launched it to their sales, their growth. They were not an MLM company. They did start out that way, but they were an affiliate company. And tracking their sales from using that with even just a handful of people that were testing it for their first few months, it was honestly, it was just like this growth wise. So it was quite incredible.
And what are you
Yeah.
seeing, Cindy? How long do you see before people are getting results? Like, what are the statistics? I see that some people are doing it in days, but where's the sweet spot when? Because if we only do this for a few days and then people are like, "Oh, I'm not getting results," what is the sweet spot for what with what they need to commit to really start seeing a difference?
So I would say it will vary per person.
Okay.
And so that's why you will see people with quicker results. And what's strange is some people with smaller Facebook followings are seeing results because it's suddenly letting all kinds of people see that we're seeing it because they weren't engaging before. And they sometimes get quick sales um, like back from the regular SOG, just from, but there's is more spread out. Other people, I would say you will start seeing differences within a few weeks, but you
Okay.
will see the big gains based on the developer and what they showed us. It's like it's really um, it's really building on each day, and so it's building it kind of like I'm trying to think of the right word I want to use. So it's building it out quickly, but the more it's out there, the more people are seeing it. So I would say probably within 30 days, you're really going to see the sweet spot, but some people will not take 30 days. Others, if they
Okay.
have very small, it'll take them longer. They still have to get better. That's the key to this thing. It should not take you any longer than the system of growth once
Yeah,
you
and I and
figure it
I
out.
kind of yeah, and I didn't put it back in AI, but I cranked it out in 20 minutes. I mean, so and that's fairly quickly, but even if we're slow at technology, we should be able to do this in 40 minutes. And that's what we were doing
Right.
basically to respond, right? Post, respond, go back and
Yeah.
do all of that. So, okay, wonderful.
Yes. And we don't have anybody on our team doing the boosting. We're not putting our stuff in boosting groups now because Facebook is looking, you can, but
Okay.
Facebook is looking for authentic reactions. So even if you guys are all on each other's Facebook pages and you react to each other's, that's fine. But where it's systematically, where we're thinking in the first so many minutes, the developer said absolutely no need for that. The algorithms like authentic reaction. They just look at views, and when you're getting so many views so quickly. So
Okay. And then what are some of the prizes that people can win once they have the 180 coins?
So the prizes will change regularly, but there'll be things like Partner Co. swag, hats, shirts, mugs, bottles, things like that. And there will even be some gift cards in there. And um, there's just a variety of things that'll rotate in and through. But it's just fun stuff,
Yeah, awesome.
yeah, who doesn't want a free Partner Co. swag?
And
It's
don't they have leaderboards too? Whoever's doing it, because
yes,
the competition people, they love to win. So I
that's
thought
right.
so. So
That's right.
whoever stays consistent, does it every day, you're going to
Yep.
be at the top of this leaderboard.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So it's a lot of fun, and it just helps people who don't really know what to post or what am I supposed to do. It just keeps them on track, but it really also helps them with the algorithm. That's your main thing's the algorithm portion of it.
Perfect. And
Okay.
it doesn't have to be perfect. Even what I've seen so far and what I'm doing, it does not have to
Mhm.
be perfect. So just keep moving ahead,
Mm-mm.
work through the daily checklist, and just keep persevering. And this is going to work. Well, Cindy, we appreciate you doing this for us so much. This has been a lot of
Welcome.
work that you guys have taken on, a lot of expense. So we're very grateful for all that you've done.
I hope it helps everyone out there, and reach out. I'm not really the expert on the technology piece itself. We just, found the developers and went with it, but anything we can do to help, we're happy to do. So,
Okay, amazing. Thank you so
all right.
much.
All right.
Bye bye.
See you.
See ya.